Hey everyone, this is Smokifantastic and we're at Zenith Restaurant on a Sunday afternoon, and just getting a little bit of background on Smokifantastic and swaps. And can you just tell us a little bit about yourself just to start out?
Well, my name is Smokifantastic. I come from the planet Venus. You all should know that. I do a bunch of different stuff. I dance and sing and act. And right now, I am happy to celebrate Earth. Happy Earth Day, everybody. And we're celebrating swaps right now. So that's basically what I'm doing. That's basically what my passion is. I'm going to a swap pretty much every week, or some place or something that's happening where people are reusing their things. And it's just an awesome way to celebrate ourselves and to create a new economy, a free economy where we're gifting each other, and an economy where we're actually giving and receiving in equality.
That sounds great. Smokey, can you tell us a little bit more about your relationship to swaps, like what got you interested and how you started with them?
Well, I started doing swaps years and years and years ago with a bunch of different friends who would come together for little parties and bring their things, and we would exchange our things, and it was really fun and really abundant to get all these new things. And then the swapping kind of just increased, where it was kind of like there'd be a swap party here, and then I went to Swap-A-Rama in New York City, which was amazing. My first Swap-A-Rama was amazing. There were tons of people there. It was pandemonium. All these people with all their stuff, and it was great. There were bands there. It was a party basically, and there were sewing machines, so you could go there and get some stuff and then get it all hemmed up for yourself. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe the abundance. I was like, I can't believe like all this stuff was free, and I was just so happy. I got all these clothes. I remember getting like 2 big things of bags of clothing, and I was thinking, how am I going to get this home on the subway? I'm in trouble. But then I thought, this is going to be fun. Anyway, the party was so fun. So I was like, this is fun anyway, who cares? I don't know how I'm going to get this home, but who cares? And then people were drinking because there was a bar there, and I was just standing there. I was like, I'm done. I have all my stuff. And then all my friends came up to me and they were like, here, this looks great on you, and throwing stuff at me. And I'm like, wow, I don't even have to shop anymore. People were like throwing stuff at me. And then random people that I didn't even know were coming up to me and going, this would look great on you. Here, take it. And so by the time I left, I had 3 huge bags of clothing, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I never have to shop again. Like I have all this stuff. And that was like my first like real deal with, wow, this is a change. This is unity in action. It's real community. It's a real way to show your unity is just by sharing your stuff. It's real equal in that way. Right now I'm hosting a swap at a Simple gallery, or a Simple community space for art and technology, and that swap is like a fundraiser, or a fundraiser as I would say. So half of it is for just giving stuff, and the other half is for dancing, because I'm going to DJ some Latin grooves, and DJ Wancho is going to DJ some Latin grooves. So you're going to dance, and you're going to swap, and you're going to get some stuff. So it's going to be magical and beautiful. So that's my relationship with swap right now. And also too, as far as me being reinventing myself and being what I think is kind of like a modern futuristic space geisha, is because of swaps. It's because I got this from a swap, this outfit.
It's a gorgeous dress.
It fits perfect.
Yeah.
And so I feel it's the gods and goddesses of fashion. They just give you stuff, and also just shows you, how abundant the earth is. We have so much stuff. We have, the earth gives. This is also a way for us to celebrate the earth in that way too. By us understanding how to give, and us also understanding how to receive. because people come sometimes to these swaps. I went to Fair Share, which is a big swap in Pittsburgh and Friendship Park, and people just throw their stuff onto the lawn. And I remember this old man, he just like walked up on the place. He didn't even know about the swap. He walks up on the place and he's like, "Oh, you mean I get to take any of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And his face just lit up. It was like Christmas for him. He was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes." And it was just magical. And I felt like, yeah, it gives us the opportunity to receive, and it also gives value to everybody because everybody has a gift that they can give. So, in other words, it's not necessarily just about charity and somebody giving you something because you lack and you need and you don't have it, but it's about other, you know, you actually have a treasure that you don't even know about until you put it out on the thing and you see somebody go, "Oh, I needed this." You know, so it's been a really beautiful, interesting experience. It's kind of my passion right now to see what happens in swaps. So I feel like if you even don't have anything to give and you just want to show up at a swap, experience what it's like just to see this action happen.
Great, great. And you have already touched on this a little bit, but can you go a little bit more into like the role of a swap in a community, like in a larger sense, like what your ideas are on that?
Well, basically a swap is about sustainability, right? So it's the ability to sustain a vibe. And we want to create a community, so a common unity of abundance and something where we don't have to buy everything. So we're not a community of consumer because that's really not working. It's just not working anymore. And so what we're really doing is going back to the old ways of doing things, which is for people to come together and bring their stuff and use that as commerce versus trying to get this and needing and thinking that you don't have enough because you don't have this material thing or that material thing. Really, we have so much stuff and so much waste, you know, and so I think that's a real important issue for our community to understand. Is how do we deal with our waste? How do we deal with our wanting so many material things? And I think this is a great way to do it because it keeps the energy flowing versus the energy getting stagnant and stuck in one place or in the garbage, you know?
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Bobby. This was really interesting, and we're so excited to come to the swap and be involved now, especially with all the dancing and everything that'll be happening.
Yeah.